What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the Brown Gent. In this video, I'm going to talk about what I think is still somewhat of a hidden gem in the Solana ecosystem. Huge opportunity ahead of us. I'm going to explain why. But first, I do have some news on the Web3 Secret Society. Given what happened to one of our fellow crypto YouTubers, I made the decision and I've sort of talked it over with the group. We're going to start transitioning over to Patreon, and to incentivize people in that private group to sort of switch over, I'm actually reducing the price for those members. So please, if you haven't signed up already and you were thinking about doing it, go to Patreon. If not, it's all good. It's going to be $5 cheaper, $20 a month. Now, that being said, also, please follow me on Twitter because I think it's super important that I'm able to update you here. I can't make videos as frequently as I'd like. So I tweet more often, but obviously I'm in the Discord even much more often than that. Check it out. And also sometimes I post things like, still a little, not hurt, but still kind of annoyed how Starknet has treated its users. So, I post some little jabs at them. Now, one of the things that, people love to do in crypto, they love to do something called perpetuals. So what perpetuals is basically you go long or short on something and you use a bunch of leverage. It's literally like the crypto casino, right? Like, let's just be honest here. Now, some of you might remember Jupiter because they had a really nice airdrop, Solana has really not let people down with airdrops, right? Jito token, Wen token, Jupiter token, and their meme tokens, their meme coins have also done like really well compared to other chains. So when you come on Solana and, given that it's sort of the trendy ecosystem, it's the fast ecosystem, it's the one with really cheap fees, and the fact that you have like a casino here, like basically you can say, hey, like, okay, right here, Solana is sitting at $109. If I think Solana is going to $100, I can go and short Solana over here on the side. I can pick the sort of price I want to put it at and literally just pump up the leverage. Now, this is literally a casino, and it's one of those things where you need to have a significant edge. So when you're playing at the casino, when you're playing like blackjack or something, Phil Ivey, he crushed the casino only because they let him have an edge. But in the absence of an edge, I think it's abhorrent. And if you look into their documents on Jupiter Station, you can actually see that every time you open or close a position, you've got to pay 0.1% of the position size. So 10 pips. That is a horrible thing, but people don't seem to care. They are just funneling money in, and not surprising. Yes, you be in a casino, I'm sure you've seen a ton of people all smiling, all happy because they're crushing it, right? But they're only crushing it temporarily. In the long term, people like this you just can't beat the casino unless you have an edge. It is literally impossible, with the exception of a few people who get lucky and their sample size isn't big enough to get them get wiped out. Because at the end of the day, it's really the old man here, this guy who owns the casino, who's really smiling at the end of the day. You can't own a casino, pay a ton of people if you're not making so much more money off the people who are coming in there. They are funneling cash. Now, what if I told you that you had the opportunity to be that casino? And that's exactly what you can do with the JLP token. It's a Jupiter liquidity providing token. Now, there are two ways to get it. I'm going to explain why, but I want you to see this juicy APY of 139%. The fees sort of come into this. What the hell? Oh, yeah. The fees come into this every time they sort of pay their fees. And every time they lose, the money goes into here. Now, every time they win, the money comes out. So this is truly you being the casino. And if you take a look at this, it is literally backed up by what they call risk assets in the form of Solana, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. These are really not as risky, right? Solana, ETH, and Bitcoin, they're like at the top of the charts. If we take a look at, crypto coin market cap, Bitcoin's number one, Solana is number 5 and Ethereum is number 2. Like, that is not really that risky. Obviously, it's risky in the sense of crypto, but it's really not risky in the sense of the sort of ecosystem. And then you have stable coins. 34% of this entire position, 35% is made up of stable coins. And what am I saying? It's not 35, it's 45%. Yeah, like 45% is stable coins, and 55 is the so-called risk assets. So the way this works is, if you're in a bull market, you're still going to make money, right? Because you hold Sol, you hold ETH, you hold Bitcoin, and you have stable coins. You don't have as big of a move to the upside. However, you are so insulated, because even on downside moves where this would bring you down, you are making money as a casino. So you give up slightly a higher magnitude in one direction or the other. Obviously, like, if it's going down, I'd rather be in this. Like, if the market is down or it's choppy, this, in my opinion, is an incredible play. Not financial advice, remember that. But just be honest, like, choppy market where like nothing's going up, like it's going up and down, JLP is a better choice. If we knew for certainty that, it's just going to go straight up, then Solana or ETH or Bitcoin is just a better choice overall. But if you want to have a position in your sort of like portfolio that is just earning sort of money, just hand over foot, and you can sort of rely on it, this is sort of that position. So, I started off with like $1,000 maybe a week ago, and this is when I had told the the private group about, like, what was this, like on the 6th or the 5th of February, so 12 days ago. I'm like, hey, this is a really good protocol. You get a revenue share. I was trying to wait for this cap to get increased. In fact, it's increased a couple times since then, but it fills up right away. You see here, the limit is 160 million. They literally get there so fast. And the only way to buy this token outside of that is going on Jupiter and making the swap. So you sort of, I just usually swap USDC for Jupiter, put in a limit order. And part of the reason I'm doing this, by the way, is I'm also being cognizant. One of the things I want you guys to do sort of more of is think about how, when you're doing something, you can also help yourself farm an airdrop for something else. Now, we know Jupiter is having multiple airdrops. So any opportunity I have to use your limit orders, etc., I will. And also, it would be ridiculous if they didn't reward those who hold the JLP token. I think that is going to be sort of one of those surprise, but not really. But who cares? Like, in fact, we're just going to be making money. So I think it's really cool. I think, don't go out there and just get it right away. But I hope you sort of understand the logic here, right? So if we're in a complete, like, just straight up market, obviously you're better off holding the individual tokens. If you aren't sure if you think the market's going to go down or basically, jump around, JLP is sort of the best bet. For me, I have a bunch of like very long positions, and this one is more of one that like is just going to be a revenue generating asset. Much like what we saw with GLP and GMX on Ethereum and I believe it's Avalanche. So that's pretty good. Now, I do have a video on ZK Sync coming out, so hopefully I will see you guys there. And by the way, for those of you who are in this video right now, we'll answer those questions at the end of that video. So that's all I want to get into right now. Thank you so much for watching the video. Like, comment, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And until the next time, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.